Hey, what's up? This is King Vox, and I recently made a video talking about how hard it is to find another character to main, once you've played Necro. And finally, I decided that I'm not going to allow the limitations or whatever to really stop me from making that character. Now, let me be honest with you guys. There is some things that like really bug me. One is the gold investment and time investment that it takes to get a full extended set, and as well as a legendary or ascended weapons and stuff like that. Now, many of you guys know I have two ascended sets for light and one for heavy. I don't yet have a berserker ascended set for heavy, but as the game gets older and more expansions and stuff like that comes and new patches come, you get all these new cool sets. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right now I kind of really want legendary armor, and I want to start working towards that, and I kind of already have through the world v world way. But in world versus world, it literally takes about 20 weeks of world versus world versus raiding, which only takes about 12 weeks. Either way, it's a large time investment, and some people might be wondering, is it actually worth it to get legendary and ascended gear and stuff like that? Well, I'm gonna put it this way: everything in this game is really personally up to you. Guild Wars have been known to be a mighty game of collectors, like in achievements. Like, I don't know about you guys, but being an old World of Warcraft player, for your main character, you always wanted to do everything. You wanted to do map completion, in this, but in WoW, that meant like leveling up first aid, cooking, fishing, all the sub professions, as well as having two main professions, just so you can kind of feel complete. Now, I've never been one to really care about story or lore or any of that stuff. Even PvE, I didn't really care too much about knowing why we had to go kill a certain boss in a certain dungeon. I just knew I wanted to do it. So why should that change here in Guild Wars 2? I don't understand why I'm like limiting myself to a certain class, because of the gear and work that I've done on that character. Now, it's a time investment that, it'll always be there, no matter what. Like, my Necro will always be there. My two light ascended sets will always be there. I kind of wish I could, like, not really melt them down, but transfer them to heavy, so I could feel more complete kind of like on heavy classes, because I always wanted to play a Guardian. I just always felt that it was weird playing on a character that was exotic versus a character that was like all my other characters I play with my ascended sets. So I kind of feel some type of way about that. It's kind of like I don't feel complete, and I don't know why. Like, what I mean? Like, because ascended set isn't that much higher than exotic set. You're not going to get much farther in the game. If you couldn't beat the game in an exotic set, there's no way you're going to be able to beat it in an ascended set. And that's just the way it is. It does give you a bit more kick in world versus world and stuff like that, but as far as PvE is concerned, unless you're running fractals, the ascended set was more of a just something to do to feel complete. And I don't dislike the fact that it's only 10% more, because back when it first came out, it was literally only about 2 or 5% or something like that. The stats were very small, whatever, compared to exotic. So getting ascended was kind of like a joke. It was like, oh no, I'm not gonna waste all that time and effort to get this armor set that I won't use. Well, today I decided that everything that has stopped me from making or maining a new character or whatever, I'm just going to really not worry about and not deal with. So one of those things were not having ascended armor of the sets that I wanted for the heavy class. Another thing was, just really being biased towards the Necro, and it's funny to have a light class that has so much health, so much sustain and all that stuff. And you get on the Guardian, and the Guardian has such a really low health pool compared to Necromancers. So that's the thing or whatever that always helped me back as well, because you know, on a Necro you can go full Zerker spec right and you can have 22,000 health and be a monster. You can literally wreck down anyone, you know, and it's not the same on every class. Not every class has the safety nets that the Necromancer has to survive being full Zerker. So being though my only heavy set is Viper, which is kind of like a conditioned version of Berserker, I kind of feel like, oh man, I'm going to be dying left and right because I have no health. Another thing is I get discouraged when I go into structure PvP and I run into Necros. And I know that's funny, but it's so true. When you get beat up by your own main, it's kind of like, dang. But I'm going to be honest, I never really took the time to fully learn Guardian all the way. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Guardian is a class that I've been looking at for a while. Like since the game came out, actually. I would have probably went Guardian instead of Necromancer after I deleted my Thief to move servers from Emery Bay to Tarnished Coast a while back, but it didn't work out like that. I ended up picking Necro, and I love Necro. I'm not gonna lie. There's not really any reason for me to leave it besides the fact that I'm just getting bored with it, you know what I mean? Because I've played it for years now, so I want to play something new, and Guardian is that something new or whatever that I haven't played for a while. So hopefully, you know, I enjoy it. But you know what your boy gonna have to do. I had to do map completion, and that's absolutely fine. So let's look at here. So now I have 107 tomes of knowledge. I just used the 80 boost on another Necromancer the other day, and I know some of you guys are probably like, damn, he just wasted the 80 boost. Not really. I always wanted an Azora Necromancer to do structured PvP on. He's kind of like my Reaper. So whenever you guys see me playing on him, he's obviously Reaper, and my main is full Viper Scourge, and I like it that way. I don't like going into structured PvP and changing my weapons and stuff around and all that jazz. Like my inventory is already a big junk. So we're gonna start off by using this, and then I wonder if we can guess. Okay, so we'll have to individually click these, which is fine. Let me show you how to do this, guys. Let me show you how to boss up on them. All right, so you guys can probably hear me clicking right now, whatever, but this is how you level, you know what I mean? This is how you flex on those levels on a new character. And yeah, it's great to have every class at level 80. And this is funny because I actually have another Guardian. You guys seen on all my other videos, it's Safari, but I actually want it to be a Norn just for the beard transformation. Although it's a temporary transformation, it is kind of cool, and just for that, you know, you guys that know me from Black Desert, or that know me from Marvel, or that know me from whatever videos I've done, whether it be oh, let me stop. Look at that. I just wasted a bunch of books on some spirit shards. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way the cookie crumbles, you know? When you flexing, you just don't care. I'm not going to go through those or whatever. But I just wanted to talk about the things, you know, that held me back from playing another class. And structured PvP was a big part of that. So what are you guys' opinion on gear and stuff like that? The gear that you got for your mains, and say, you know, you want to make a new main or something like that. Did the same thing that was limiting me or whatever from going to a new class, you know, restricts you as well? Like, did it make you feel not complete or whatever because you have these ascended sets? Or you may even have a legendary set for you know, a subclass or whatever that you just don't want to play anymore. Maybe you want to play light armor and you have a legendary set for medium armor. What's your opinions? Comment it down below, and make sure to sub and subscribe and check out some of my other videos, because that's what friends do. All right, peace out, guys. This is King Vox. One love. One love, yeah, one love, listen to them. Okay, that's a different song, whatever.